Alright, welcome back to Evil's Comics. And I warned y'all, I got content after content after content. This is my third video today, and I might not even be done. Okay, let's get to it. It's Friday and Saturday, so that means it's Evil Pickups. I was out in the wild, and I went nuts. I had a little extra money. I went to Half Price Books. I got a comic shop and a Half Price Books that's right next to each other. And it's not the one that most people will be thinking of. They're not right next to each other, a little more spread out. But so I did hit at both. I love both. I love Half Price in general. Y'all know. If y'all don't know Half Price, y'all should get used to them. But I also love local comic book shops. I would say here that dollar bin idea, it's a lot harder. Like my comic shop that I go to, they have a dollar bin and it's like 2 short boxes, and it's not really dollar comics. They're like super indie, like fan made comics, and there's nothing against that, but it's just like independent stuff that they keep just for random people. So my other comic book shop that I go to, they do have dollar bins. They also have this buy one get one free thing, where it's regular price, but if you find a comic of that price, and they have a lot of it. I want to say it's like 12 long boxes. It's a lot. It usually takes me hours to go through and look through everything, and nothing's categorized. It's all messed up. So anyways, these are the places that I got these from. Honestly, I don't remember at this point, but pretty much I spent very little on this. I think this whole stack right here was $15, so let's just keep that in mind. I picked up one of the tie-ins that I missed from the Dark Knight's Metal. This is the Secret Origin. I love the series. I tried to pick up everything. There was I think I'm missing 3 in all the I have the whole main series, Dark Knights and Dark Knight Metal. I'm missing I think 3 of the tie-ins from the Dark Knight Metal, the second part, and that's it. I also found All-Star Batman. I don't know what cover this is. Honestly, I don't care. It was one of the ones that I was missing. I have like All-Star Batman 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to like 19 or something, and I was just missing number 1. It's one of the ones that's getting a little more pricey, and I haven't seen it in the wild, so I was happy to find it. I had mentioned my comic book collection has been stolen. Before, I had the whole 52 run of Batman, and now I don't. So I'm trying to recollect. That's my holy grail, is to recollect the Batman 52 and 52 issues. That's not that hard. It is, because Batman's popular. This series is heavily popular because of Quarter Owls, so I've been picking up in pieces. That's where my notebook comes in with the checklist. But anything I can find that I'm missing, I pick up. And honestly, I don't care what condition. I just, for the most part, I want to reread it. I read the Endgame series that comes out in that, and this is what I picked up, was the Endgame is the Joker storyline during the 52, and I love that Endgame story. Back here, I have I think it's right here, but I have Endgame Joker, and I also have Endgame Joker back here. I just love that Joker. But so I try and pick up any issue I can. So I end up getting 38 and 37. Both issues, they have spine ticks and stuff like that. Honestly, I could still get 9s for them or something like that. I'm not I don't care. These aren't something I plan to send away. Okay, so I found a bunch of cool, in my opinion, I found a bunch of cool, I want to say early 90s or, yeah, 93, but I found a bunch of stuff, and this is going to go on those mystery boxes that I mentioned. But I ended up getting 2 copies of Robin #1, and I'll give you a little close-up real quick. So I ended up getting Robin #2, the Joker's Wild #1 issue. But I got 2 covers of one and then one of another one. So I'm doing 3 mystery boxes that will go with my giveaway. So one person, this will probably be the first prize winner, and the other 2 will get one of these in their box. So something to look forward to be, it is, all this will be in the giveaway. Specifically these Robins. And I own these. I love the holograms on the cover. I've actually read these. It's one of the Robin 1, 2, and 3 series are some of my favorite. like side storylines, and this specific one because it has Joker in it. But a number 2 issue I picked up with the hologram. I can show you again, maybe so you can see. Like turn it, but it's a hologram right there, and then there's Batman in there. And once you get the hologram up close, the hologram's like the best part about it. The cover art's great and everything, and the story's really good. I think it's Chuck Dixon. I also found Robin number 1. This is his solo issue. It actually has, as incentive, free poster inside, and the poster is inside. I mean, so maybe you don't like the comic, but I bet you it's got a cool, like, Todd McFarlane Robin poster inside. A indie comic that I've been loving since I found it. It was just something I picked up. Believe it or not, Dane Comics has kind of built up my love for indie comics, and through him and other YouTubers, I've kind of branched off away from DC, and I've been picking up, as y'all have noticed, some indie titles. And this is one that I found on my own that I've never heard anybody talk about. I've never even talked about it on my channel, but I only have the first 2 issues, and I finally found the third. I think there's only 12 in the series, but this is Image Comics Coffin Bound, and it is issue number 3. It's right up my alley, guys. It's the horror. Honestly, it reminds me of another story that I'm going blank on at the moment that's current right now. And I feel like they just scrapped this, like it didn't finish or something, and they just turned it into this other thing. Give me a moment, I might remember the comparison. But anyways, Coffin Bound so far has been really good. The first 1 and 2 issues were. And I had been looking for 3, and I was able to get it. I think I got that for $1. This, I know I got for $1. And I couldn't believe the guy let me get it. I went to the same comic shop, and this guy just loves me. I never really had any conversations with him. I don't know where the love for me has come, but he just, every time I come, it's like he knows that I don't have a lot of comics or something. And I like one time I had Old Man Logan, like very clean, and he sold me like the first 5 issues for like $1. And I was like, these sell online, and I kind of told him I felt bad because they were way more than $1. And it's not something really pricey, but you can get number 1 for like 10 or 15 raw. Something like that. So, I mean, to get it for $1, it's like a mega steal. And, but he's done that. He was the one that gave me the Batman Colt that I had in my previous pickup. He's done that before, and that Batman Colt, I know he knows how much it was, and because he looks at it and he's like, man, I love this issue. It's a good book, And he's an older gentleman, and he's like, yeah. He looks at me. He looks back at the comic. And he's like, yeah, for you, but it's $1. And I'm like, man. And he doesn't do it always. It's not with every single one of his books. A lot of them, when I bring these books up to him, it's kind of like they're not always priced. I usually assume that they're cover price. So that's what I'm assuming to pay. So like on the Colt one, it was like a $5 or $6 book. And I know that's not the value of it, but that's the cover price. So when I walked up there, that was the minimum I was expecting, and him giving me $1, the extra added bonus. But this comic right here, Jenny Hex, and I think if I'm not wrong, this is the first appearance of Jenny Hex, and everybody's been going nuts over Wonder Comics, so I'm trying to think of the realm. I think even Dane Comics has talked about her before as one of his spec picks going forward. I always liked Johanna Hex, and at the time that this came out, I passed on it just because of money issues, and I kind of wanted to pick it up. Out of all the different Wonder ones, I mean, the 2 bigger ones that I can think I passed on was like Naomi and Gina Hex, and Naomi, I didn't know anything about. If I would have known, shoot, I would have been on that train, lickety split. Another one that I passed on was Far Sector. I'm not a big Green Lantern fan, but man, you talk about dropping the ball, and man, she's so popular, I can't even get her older issues, like 8, 9, 10, and they're gone. I was able to get Peacemaker. I don't have anything Peacemaker. I think I have them in 1 issue in one of the future state stories or something. I don't have anything older. Honest to God, I didn't know about Peacemaker until we got the trailer reveal of John Cena as Peacemaker, but from his, the costume they gave him. I love James Gunn. I love Suicide Squad, the movie form, the comic book form, animated form. I wanted to get to know the character, and after getting to know him and doing him, I kind of like Peacemaker, so I've been picking up anything I can find. It's the first thing I found, but it's still something cool. I don't know if it's, it's issue 3 3 out of 4. So I mean, it might not be anything major. I don't know. I don't look up everything. As another series that I haven't really talked about on my channel, but one that I have been waiting to get more issues so I can do a review, but Witchblood, it's another indie comic by Vault. This is issue 3 out of the series so far, and so far I'm digging it. It was something I missed that I did have the money for. It was on my list, and I just somehow missed it. I was more into other comics and just somehow missed it. So I mean, I got this regular price, but I'm just glad I got it because some of this stuff sells quick. I ended up getting a copy of Black Cotton because I actually picked this up day 1 when it came out, off of a lot of people's spec picks, and I kind of read some of it and I just didn't like what it was, and I sold my copy, and it went for a bunch. I feel bad because the guy paid like, I think, $35, and it was in cash too. It wasn't like I had to ship or anything, because I think this has already been spec'd for a show. I'm not positive, but I think so. But what do you call it? I wanted to get it again to give it another read because I think they're starting another series called White, if I'm not mistaken, and I wanted to give another read for me, and I wanted to get my friend Daryl to read it to get his perspective on it. You know, I mean, I have the white perspective of it. I hate to put race on it, but you know, I would like that other side of the opinion, honestly. So that's why I found it. But I didn't pay regular price. I found it for $1. And then I had mentioned before, if y'all watched Dank's giveaway that I just won, he had sent me the Bad Idea 500 subscriber giveaway. I won his subscriber, and in that package he sent me like 4 Bad Idea comics, and one of the comics was a book that I wanted to pick up. I missed on. I didn't have the money for it, but it was Tankers, and I knew he was sending that to me, so I picked up Tankers number 2. I paid, you know, dollar price for it, but was happy they still had it because I think I found out the giveaway after New Comic Book Day. I think so. I don't remember. Or maybe that, or I just forgot about it. I don't know. But I was happy to get it because it is a series that I wanted to read, and I mean, they only had like 2 more by the time I went back, and I think I went back the next day. But those are my pickups. I usually do pickups Friday and Saturday, for those of y'all don't know. I go nuts on pickups. Who knows? I might go tomorrow. Anytime I usually have extra money that I can spend, it usually goes into comics. I'm big into this comics. I'm not going to be one of those channels that goes away because I always have comics, and I got a camera and a microphone. And as long as you people watch me, I'll keep making videos. Alright, thanks everybody. If you like this, like, subscribe, comment on my channels. Anything that I'm not big into looking stuff up, so if you do know knowledge on comics and you're like, hey, that book's going for this, write that in the comments. Like this. If this happens to be a first appearance or something, you know, I mean, let me know. I'm not all knowledgeable. I don't claim to be. I have a vast knowledge of comics, but not I don't think anybody is all knowledgeable because there's so many comics out there. But if you know, let me know. Let's talk about it. All right, thanks everybody. Have a good one and be good.